Hey everyone, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me on this look. So if you guys want to see it and find out everything that I use, just keep watching. Gonna prime my face first. Gonna mix these two together. I might not say everything that I'm using, but it will be listed down below for you guys. I'm really trying to make a good effort to do that, and I feel like I've been pretty good about it. There's still a few times where I haven't done it, but overall, I feel like we've gotten better. So I'm just gonna do a couple drops. My skin has been so dehydrated lately, the weather. So last week it was highs like 72. And then this week, like today, it is almost 90 degrees. And so my skin is just like it is not happy with me right now. So we're just gonna roll with that and super duper hydrate my skin. I also today put eye patches on, like eye mask patches that had been in the fridge overnight, and that was amazing. And then I started using a new eye cream because I realized since I got my brows microbladed and I was prepping for that, which by the way, I freaking love them. They were done by Microblading by Ari on Instagram. So if you guys are in the Napa Sonoma area, definitely check her out. But in preparation for that, I did kind of alter my skincare a bit because you just have to do certain prep for it and certain things afterwards. And I realized I hadn't been using an eye cream in a while, so I really wanted to start using one again. So from Puristry, I had their yerba mate one, and I put that on today, but then I put that in the fridge, which I'm thinking means I need to buy a skincare fridge like Rianne. I've been wanting one for like a year, and I've been looking at them on Amazon, but it's so, I don't know, hers, the one she found is affordable. When I was looking at them like a year ago, none of them were at all affordable. And I was like, I don't really need this. And it's hard to figure out how much space you need. I would love to have one like the ones they have in Lush stores, like one that size. I know that's overkill, but I could fit so much in there that I could fit literally anything I wanted, and that makes it appealing. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in really quick and let you know that I did actually get a skincare fridge that's basically exactly like what I was describing. A company called New Air sent it to me. It's amazing, and I do have a full video sharing what I put in it. You can check that out here, and I'll link to it down below as well. Okay, for concealer today, I am going to be using the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer, and I'm doing this as part of a review. Since I wanted to show how it applies in my review, I figured I may as well just film the rest of me getting ready. So this will be cut out of today's video, but you guys can find the video on my channel and see it there. So I will be right back. Concealer is done underneath my eyes as well as highlighting. I'm gonna save all my thoughts on this concealer for that video. So I'm gonna go in now with the Smashbox Studio Skin. I'm mixing 2 shades because I'm quite fit hair right now. I have not self-tanned in almost 2 weeks, but the other day I actually got some sun, which is surprising. We went inner tubing for our friend's birthday, and it was so much fun. It was so relaxing, so nice, but I actually got some color, which is super rare for me. I'm one of those people where when I'm out in the sun, my skin just does not tan. Are any of you guys like that, where your skin just like, it's stubborn? I don't burn, thankfully, and I really minimize the amount of time I'm in the sun without SPF. I should say I minimize the amount of time I'm in the sun in general, and I always wear SPF, and I know that's part of it too. Even like growing up, like I've had 2 sunburns in my entire life. I just don't tan. So what have you guys been up to? How have your weeks been? What is new? They're running some kind of tool outside, and it totally reminds me of like when you're at the dentist office and you hear in the next room, you hear like the drill. That's exactly what it sounds like. I really don't like that. It's creeping me out. I'm trying to think of what's new with us. I've definitely been working more, which has been good. I feel like I've just been throwing myself into it more, and that's been good. I think that's been really good for me to do that. We have some exciting stuff planned and in the works. I'm not going to talk about any of it, which is unfortunate. It feels like, okay, it's tough because I want to share stuff with you guys, but it's also hard because some stuff you have contracts or it's just like up in the air. And also I feel like a lot of things that I've been excited about and have talked about early, I feel like I've jinxed it and then it doesn't happen. So I'm trying not to do that this time. Really trying to make sure stuff does happen. So because of that, I'm not sharing it with you. So I'm using the new 100% Pure Bronzer today. They sent me this last week. It is Cocoa Kissed. So they previously only had 2 bronzers, and they were both pretty dark, I will say. So I personally would use one of their powder foundations in Golden Peach as a bronzer when I was fair. And this one is really pretty. It's really nice. It does seem to have like a satin matte finish. I believe one of their bronzers, I only have one of the two. I don't have both. One is matte, I believe, and I think one is shimmery. I've used them both like in the store and at their studio, but I don't have them because they're really dark. They don't work well for me because of that unless I'm really tan. So I'm really excited about this one. Oh, that's nice. That warmed up the skin really nicely. And I mentioned this in the mail time with this, but I really, really love their bronzer formula. So I'm excited they have more shades. Like all their powder products are so good. I like their foundations and their concealers too, but they don't seem to work as well for people consistently. I feel like they take a little finessing and a little getting used to. And for that reason, I think they can be trickier for people, whereas I feel like their powder products are just a little easier as an introduction to the brand. I've had a lot of questions too about my favorites from them lately, and I do have a blog post and I think a video with my favorites. So I will maybe update that and repost it because I do still use a lot of 100% pure products. Browns down here. Why not make it match? Make it match. Make it work, make it work. That's really nice. I really like that color. Whew. What else is new? Not a lot. I've been trying a lot of new products lately, which has been fun. Been just, like I said, just filming more, which has helped me to try new stuff. We're trying to film a backlog of content to help with some of the stuff that's coming up because we are going to be traveling. Fingers crossed. We will be traveling, and so we want to have a good backlog of content prepped just in case. If you guys are a content creator, do you do that too? And if you're not, do you mind when people do that, or does it really matter so long as it's like still relevant when you see it? Because some stuff, like I did that first impressions on the Too Faced Born This Way concealers, and I think that was filmed. That was filmed a while ago, before they even came out or right when they first came out. So sometimes stuff just takes a while to get up. It is what it is. What's going on with my hair right there? What have you guys been watching? We watched Jack Ryan, which I think might be kind of a surprise for some of you guys that I'd be into something like that, but we watched Jack Ryan and I really liked it. I was not sure how I'd feel about John Krasinski in a role like that. Like, I didn't know if I'd be able to take him seriously, but I feel like he did such a good job, and it was really nice to see him as something other than Jim. I'm sure that was nice for him as well. I really enjoyed it, which is weird because I don't like gore. I don't like blood and guts type stuff. So there were a few scenes I had a hard time with. Justin just got home. He went out to get stuff for burgers. Or is he leaving? We're gonna have Beyond Burgers for dinner. I think he's leaving. And I'm really excited about that. Because all week we've been smelling people barbecue. Like our neighbors have been barbecuing a ton, and it's just made me want that stuff. And I'm trying to eat healthier with everything coming up. I'm like, ooh, I should really tighten up on my diet and my workouts, but burgers, they're so tasty. But yeah, so Jack Ryan, I was super into that, which I was not expecting. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Some of you guys probably know this about me, I do really enjoy cheesy action movies, like Die Hard. Freaking love Die Hard. So good. Who else is with me on that, by the way? That movies like Die Hard are just like, they're amazing. Sorry, I might not talk as much doing this. Anyway, tell me what's new with you guys. Like, what have you been loving lately? What's going on with you? What do you put on your Beyond Burgers? If you haven't tried them, you should. I know they're not available everywhere and they keep selling out. I think that their new like distribution center or whatever is finally open because we finally got them back in stock. Between like June and the middle of August, they were basically impossible to find, which was so frustrating. But now they seem to be back and I'm very excited about it. Also the sausages too, which are weird because that was something I never really ate when I did eat meat. So it's kind of foreign, but I like them. I think they're really good. And some of it too, I think it's just like the novelty of it is what's interesting to me. Like it's not something I'm gonna like sit down and eat all the time, but just something about it being different is, I don't know, it's enjoyable. I feel like we have Not that vegan options are like limited, and we don't need a ton of fake meats. I definitely want to start, what is going on here? I don't know if you guys can hear that. They're like banging. I can't tell if the microphone's picking that up or not. I'm just going to assume it is, so I apologize. And we don't eat like a ton of the fake meats, but once in a while it's nice. And I do think that they are a really good option for people who are new to veganism or who are wanting to do like a meatless Monday. Like if you're someone that eats meat already, being able to just sub in some things that you're familiar with, I think is really, really helpful and really easy. Obviously they are not a health food, and ideally everyone would eat a better diet, but it is what it is, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it once in a while. And I think if it helps people reduce their meat consumption, that's amazing. And that's great and worth celebrating. And if it means tasty burgers for me, I'm okay with that as well. I think a lot of you guys agree. Anyway, that's my whole vegan junk food thing. I don't know. You do what you can. You do the best you can. Some days you just don't have the energy for stuff. And it is what it is. And I've just been trying to be easier on myself about that. Like, I definitely know eating healthier would help me feel better. But also some days you just don't have the energy for it. And I don't know, like, I feel like beating yourself up over it that's not good for you either. So, like, why? What is the point? Yes, exactly, whichever cat that was. Anyway, I feel like I've been all over the place in this. What have we been doing today? We went not thrifting today. We went to garage sales. I don't really get anything. I found a book at one of them. I saw a lot of stuff that would be, this is not the brush I want to use for this. I saw a lot of stuff that would be interesting to have or to potentially sell if I had like a vintage Etsy shop, but nothing I like needed. And a lot of it too, I felt like it was expensive for what it was, but there was some really cute stuff. I also feel so weird buying things at estate sales. I don't know if you guys will feel me on this, but I feel like energy definitely transfers through objects. I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel great energy from a place. I just feel like it's too soon, like the person's energy has not left the product, not the products. You can tell me used to dye my makeup. You can tell the person's energy is like not left the objects or the house, and then it feels like I'm like trespassing, if that makes sense. Like I just don't really, like it's not always stuff where I'm like, ooh, they're not ready to have this in someone else's home. Which I realize probably sounds bizarre to a lot of you, but I think a lot of you also probably get it. It's a tricky thing at times to be aware of and to feel. Like it's just strange when you're at someone's like estate sale or whatever, and I got morbid there real quick. I blame talking about Jack Ryan on that, which if you guys have seen, ooh, looking at that in the viewfinder. If you guys have seen, let me know what you thought, and let me know if there's similar shows. So we've now canceled Hulu and Netflix, but we still have our Amazon Prime membership, so we watch stuff on there. It's not great, but it's doable. And we have Audible? Yeah, we have Audible. So we've actually been watching less shows, and we've been listening to Harry Potter, which I never got into Harry Potter. And this is like my first time through it. We're on book number 3, and I'm really enjoying it. We did watch the first two movies, and I thought they were enjoyable for what they are, but obviously you can't put everything in a book in a movie. And so, like with any book that is a movie, it's just not the same. I've been really enjoying the books, which I was surprised by. I had always just stayed away from them because I wasn't sure if I would enjoy them or not. They're pretty good. So what other things should we check out? Oh yeah, I rewatched The Good Place. I love The Good Place. Do you guys watch that? Do you enjoy it? I enjoy Chatty an awful lot. I kind of feel like I'm kind of like Chatty in some ways. I think some people who know me might agree with that, but I really enjoy that show. And I'm always skeptical of, or hesitant, I should say, about sitcoms because a lot of them are so terrible, but that one was good. Especially a lot of like trendy ones. I feel like they're just not, I did not grab a brush for my highlight, so we are going to, I'll use this little guy. I really like this eyeshadow palette, and this is much more intense than I meant it to be, but that's all good. Also, I'm really enjoying that I'm not really feeling the need to use brow products. I know I probably should right now because it'll like clean them up, and I finally can again, but my touch-up appointment's soon, and then I won't be able to after that, so I don't want to get like back in the flow of using brow products, but I feel like I just don't really need to. Like, she did such a good job with the lines. I really like it. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I've always had a calic. Now don't even remember which. I think it's on this one where it's sparser. Yeah, it was this one. And then so my brows were shaped differently on the ends, and I feel like she did such a good job like balancing them out, which is one of the things I really, really wanted out of that process, was to just have them a little more balanced and a little more even. And I definitely got that, so I'm really happy about that. I've been posting more on Instagram. Let me know if you guys are seeing posts or if it's annoying. Actually, I don't really care if it's annoying. I'm enjoying doing it. And I'm trying to take that focus more of like, if I enjoy doing it, like, I don't know. If you guys watched my video where I talked about why I was thinking about leaving YouTube for a while or taking a break, I just talked so much about like the vocal minority. And so I'm really trying to focus on just doing stuff because I want to do it and because I'm enjoying it. And I still obviously want feedback from you guys. Like, obviously I do. I care about what you guys think. But just doing more that is what I'm enjoying about this process and being creative. And I got a few comments on that of like rude people who aren't even subscribed, who are like, why are you even doing YouTube? Clearly you can't handle it. And it's like, it's not about that. It's just when your job is like, when your job's in a space where a lot of people feel entitled to be for no reason, I think it's pretty normal that that would bother anyone. And obviously I'm not the only YouTuber who's had this issue or who has talked about it. So I don't think it should be a surprise for most people. And in general, people were so nice and understanding about it and so supportive. And just with everything that's gone on since then, people have been so supportive. Also, I really like this liner. I heard a lot of people were like, it's terrible, it bleeds, you can't get a straight line. And I feel like it's one of the best liners I've ever used. And I'm like, dang, where have you been all my life? Of course it's Too Faced. Remember when I like first started talking about how I was going to talk about brands with parent companies again? I remember someone commented and they're like, return to Too Faced Mountain. And I was like, yes. And now I'm like, I feel that on such a deep level. You guys don't even know. You don't even know. You probably do. You know. You've seen the videos, so you probably do know. Oh my god, liner is still difficult for me though, I'm not gonna lie. What am I touching? Because this is sloppy. I'll get better though. I'm practicing more. Days where I'm not filming, I'm definitely playing more with like different colors, as you guys can see right now. I've been playing with this palette lately and just practicing technique more. I'm obviously not a makeup artist. I have no background in makeup. I didn't wear makeup regularly for the majority of my life. And so I've just been having fun with it more and really just trying to focus on that being a part of it. I think a lot of you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not trying to be. And just really changing it so that that's just a little more clear, I think, to people. Because I think people assume, I think if you're on YouTube that you're a makeup artist. And a lot of us, like, we're just like you guys, we just love makeup or we love skincare or both and have fun sharing that and talking about it and sharing our product experiences. And for me, that's really what it's all about. The emergency alerts for this area have been crazy today. But anyway, just like sharing that it's fun and sharing the process of trying things with people. And I think that that's really important that normal people do that too, because there are a lot of things I see makeup artists do that I'm just not capable of doing. And for me, like, it's important to be relatable too. Like, I love watching what makeup artists do, don't get me wrong, but I watch it knowing that I can't do it. That's something it's not that I want to change that, but I do want to have better skills with makeup. So it's something I'm working on practicing, and I'm having fun again. Like, I'm having fun again, and I'm enjoying doing a lot of different new things and just trying different stuff out. I ordered a colorful eyeshadow palette, you guys. It's not a big one because I didn't know how often I would actually use it. It has like an orange, a yellow, a pink, and some other color. Because I was like, oh, this is like a quad. It was on sale for 13 bucks when I ordered it. So that was also part of it too. I was like, oh, I could order singles from ColourPop, but this is actually cheaper even with shipping. So I did that. And I'm just trying to have more fun with things and just take it less seriously like I used to. And I feel like it gets tough. You get very wrapped up in it. Not like YouTube community culture, but you get very wrapped up in like how people, it can get into your head so much that while you're like doing your makeup, you're thinking of all the comments people are gonna leave to like nitpick it. And so I feel like I've been better about ignoring that and better about just like having fun. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, that's also fine. And I think that that is fine content to put out and fine content for people to see as well. As I'm trying to do my waterline, because I do think that for a long time there's been so much pressure on content creators to be perfect that a lot of content has become so overproduced. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's super enjoyable to watch, but I think it just takes on a different tone. And I feel like I like the return of more casual content. I've noticed that even like Raw Beauty Christy and like Samantha are doing more casual videos. And, you know, Samantha just started this whole series where she is going back and like she's using like one eyeshadow palette for a month. And I think that's amazing to see like a return to the more casual things, because there's just been so much pressure for so long of like, do it perfect, use everything that's new, never use the same thing in too many videos in a row. And so I just love that stuff is kind of shifting. And I think it's probably helpful for everyone watching too, because like, you guys don't get sent the products we do. Like, let's just be real. Like, there's like, I used to spend a ton of money on makeup, like more than the average person, because I liked playing with it. But I definitely have so much now that's been sent to me where like I would not have the makeup collection that I do. One, if this was not my job, I would not have bought as much, especially starting out. You do invest a ton of money, but also I wouldn't have a lot of stuff without brands sending it to me. Like, just plain and simple, there's stuff I could not justify buying, or that I would not have as much of. I'm looking down, I have like the full range of those First Aid Beauty concealers. I would not have the full range if they didn't send it to me, little things like that. And so I think just focusing on using more of what you have, and then just things being a little more relatable is helpful. I'm gonna do my lower lashes. Oh my gosh, I think there's a fire in the area. I'm just getting like evacuation notices, not for anything like immediately near us, but for the general area. I am going to use this cinnamon lip pumper from K-Voss. They were recently added to the cruelty-free brand list on Logical Harmony, and I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard that this is an experience. I don't know why I held up that side of my finger when it's on this side. I'm going to start with a little less. I've heard this stuff actually works though, so I'm a little bit terrified. It's cinnamon, like I said. Ooh, that is warm. Okay. Ooh, you'd feel that for sure. I put on lip balm before this, which I don't know if you're supposed to with that or not, but oof. Is that working? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm gonna put more highlighter on. I feel like I need more highlighter. I feel like this is like the longest nonsense. Whew. Chatty, get ready with me. Whew, that is no joke. I haven't used a lip plumper in a while. I have the Too Faced one. I've used that on and off for a few years. I feel like this burns more than that one did though. Is it working? I can't tell. I feel like my lips are definitely pinker with it on, and I'm just gonna cover it up with lipstick. So that is the finished look. I feel like I was all over place. I feel like I was all over the place today, but that's what it is when it's a Chatty Get Ready With Me. That happens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you like this look. I like how it turned out. I love this palette. It's so pretty, and I will see you next time.